Hello and welcome to the Walks, where Norwich City have just got their pre-season underway in pretty decent fashion, a 3-1 win away to Lynn, a National League side, and I think the home side put up more of a resistance than quite a lot of people were expecting, but still an okay performance from Norwich. Good bits and bad bits really. One of the most interesting aspects of the game was the fact that Norwich started with a back three. I'd sort of ruled that out in my preview for the game because the injury situation has left that sort of really a difficult one to set up. Grant Hanley was out, he was in the director's box today. Ben Gibson as well, another one of those. But Farker actually put Jakob Sorensen, a player who there's been a lot of chat around in the last few days, just got a new contract, and Daniel Farker put him as part of the back three today. He used Ballymumba and Przemysław Porchetta as wing backs, and I thought it worked pretty well. Especially tactically. I think in terms of on the ball and combinations and quality, there was maybe a few issues just in terms of it looked like the players maybe weren't completely match fit, but there were some really good performances. Ballymumba, as I've already mentioned, a lot of attacking intent and really impressive. We've not seen too much of him, and it wasn't the most valid test, obviously, against National League opposition, but it was encouraging for him. Again, we keep having sort of small snippets of what he can do, and he keeps impressing, so hopefully that game time can sort of grow for him and he can show what he's about in the Premier League this season. Kieran Dowell, probably the most impressive, 2 goals for him. The other goal came for Adam Eder, who I also thought was pretty good, looked dangerous. It didn't always come off for him, everything he tried, but he looked like the sort of player that's going to fit into the Norwich system a lot more than Jordan Hugill did, and he was on the last man and running in behind, got in behind quite a few times actually. And mentioning Hugill, who obviously there's been a lot of speculation around, he really struggled today again. I think his touch just got a little bit exposed and his technical quality wasn't really just wasn't really good enough for what Norwich wanted to do. A lot of sort of quick passing around, and either he seemed to slow that down or he seemed to let the ball slip away, and you don't want to criticise him too much. It's obviously a pre-season game against Kings Lynn and the first proper game of football he's played for a long while, but you just wonder if his sort of time at Norwich City is coming to an end. Just to sort of recap the game, a fast start by Norwich. Milo Rashica saw a lot of the ball in the first half, Billy Gilmore as well, and Angus Gunn. Those 3 new recruits were pretty impressive. And so they got the 2 goals pretty early on, and pretty close to each other. Kieran Dowell nicked the ball off a Kings Lynn defender in the box, cut inside and then smashed it in the near post, and then Hugill broke away. Lucas Rupp playing the ball in behind. Hugill, it looked to me like a scuffed shot from in the stand, but somebody told me on Twitter that it was a pretty obvious cross, so maybe that was how it looked on the cameras, and maybe that was what it was, and then Dowell smashed in basically the tap in. Kings Lynn got a goal back, a great effort, hammered off the bar, and then tapped in to make it 2-1 at half time. And then Norwich got basically the winner late on. It was a pretty much a nothing second half, apart from the performance of Todd Cantwell, which I thought was actually excellent. He took a lot of kicks, and it was a very sort of non-league performance from the opposition midfield in terms of giving him sort of showing him what they were about and not letting him have them too easy. But he got on with it, got up, and we didn't see him spending too much time on the floor. He was having a lot of clever little touches and keeping Norwich ticking while the game wasn't really there's nothing igniting the game really. So Norwich just sort of let that wind down. Kings Lynn didn't have any chances. They made a swathe of substitutions maybe 10 or 20 minutes into the second half, and that sort of killed any momentum they were building up. Obviously they won't be too bothered about the result. I think their fans probably were, from sitting near quite a lot of them. They seem to really care about this one, which is understandable, against Premier League opposition, and I thought they showed themselves really well, played good football, and they can take something from the game, definitely. Special mention for Jakob Sorensen, who I thought was actually excellent today. I know Ben will be happy with me for that one, especially in the back three, which I'm surprised by, because I haven't really been too impressed by his defensive qualities before, but he looked really solid, stood up to the physical battle, as with Mumba. It's not the sternest test he's going to face in terms of against National League opposition, but I thought they actually had some really good players. One trialist I thought tested the defence pretty well, so encouraging. Obviously there will be more difficult competition to come, but I thought Sorensen was really good, really calm, and also really physical and strong when needed, and good on the ball. So just a special mention for him. I know I've not been overly excited about his performances before, but I actually was really impressed with him today. Thank you for watching. For more reaction to the game, head over to my Twitter at SamSeaman8 and norwichcity.myfootballwriter.com. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and maybe leave us a like on this video, and we'll see you soon.